Hello everyone and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 and Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video. As I'm sure you're aware by now, the new inevitable Camp Cretaceous DLC has officially been announced for Jurassic World Evolution 2, including 2 new variants of dinosaurs, 2 new dinosaurs including a Monolophosaurus and a Scorpius Rex, and also 8 brand new skins including the well-known Bumpy and also Toro the Carnotaurus. But being on the honest side of things, we have seen a numerous amount of people ask me specifically and Frontier and the rest of people who posted content regarding this, where are the Smilodon and the Spinosino or the Spinoceratops, since they did also feature in Camp Cretaceous. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have some sort of a theory today as to what other DLC we could see for Jurassic World Evolution 2 that would include the Spinoceratops and also the Smilodon. So when we take a look at what we can find in the Camp Cretaceous DLC, we have the bioluminescent paras, we have Toro, Bumpy, Scorpius Rex, all of these creatures. In fact, the only creature I believe that isn't found in any of those seasons would be Pierce the Kentrosaurus being season 4, and also Big E.T., which is also going to be getting a Tyrannosaurus Rex skin. But as I'm sure you're aware, season 4 released in December 3rd I believe, and creating new assets such as creating new dinosaurs and species is rather challenging. Since Camp Cretaceous season 3 released in May before Jurassic World Evolution 2 was even announced, it's clear that they have been working on this Camp Cretaceous DLC for quite some time. So given that nobody really knew what was going to happen in Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and we had 2 brand new creatures such as the Smilodon and Spinoceratops, creating them in time for the Camp Cretaceous DLC just didn't seem viable unless it was rushed. So when we start to take into instance that we still have a Season 5 which could include brand new species for all we know, they also obviously won't be added through the Camp Cretaceous DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2 either. So hypothetically speaking, I believe that they're mainly focusing on the skins from Season 4 and also the creatures from Seasons 1 and 3. But how? How can we introduce the missing creatures from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4? A Mantah Corp DLC, ladies and gentlemen, will be the answer. Now I do hope that they follow on with this Mantah Corp DLC because it will be a great addition to Jurassic World Evolution 2 and I have a few pointers as to why. Everything that seems to be missing from the Camp Cretaceous DLC is interestingly cloned and created via Mantah Corp, besides Pierce and Big E.T. obviously. So this will include the Spinosino hybrids, the Spinoceratops, and also the Smilodon, 2 creatures that we really want to see in the game, unfortunately isn't available for this Camp Cretaceous DLC. So introducing them later down the line with a Mantah Corp DLC definitely would make sense. Not only that, but this DLC could introduce a brand new playable island called Mantah Corp Island. As we know, for now we haven't really received any DLC that adds a new island into the game, such as what we got for Claire's Sanctuary and also the Secrets of Dr. Wu. And potentially within this new playable island, Mantah Corp Island could involve having multiple biomes such as jungle, tropical, snowy and desert. But that's not all. A potential minor storyline to add to the video game is also possible. As we know, Mantah Corp is going to become one of the biggest companies within the Jurassic franchise. It seems like at the moment the only 4 big genetic companies around are InGen, Masrani, Biosyn and Mantah Corp. So having some sort of minor storyline play out through Jurassic World Evolution 2 would be a great addition to the game, especially since there's a lot to discover and find out about this newly formed company in the Jurassic canon. Obviously Jurassic World Evolution 2 is not canon, but either way it's nice to know a little bit more about the company, whether it's official or not. This could be used very similar to what we got for the Secrets of Dr. Wu DLC via Jurassic World Evolution 1. In this DLC we got 2 new playable islands, 3 new species in hybrids and 2 new species in dinosaurs. So being able to have a similar DLC following the same format but focused around Mantah Corp would also be a great addition. They could also use the voice actors for Cash, Dr. May and maybe even Daniel Kahn from Camp Cretaceous Season 4 as well. And within this DLC they could also only use Camp Cretaceous related creatures or content from Mantah Corp's story mission. Now here's where it gets a little bit funky. As we know, we have robot dogs in Camp Cretaceous Season 4. I'm not going to dwell on that, I know loads of people aren't big fans of it, but hear me out here. Instead of having the DFW and the Ranger team's Ranger vehicles on this new playable story mode, we can have an option, not forced, but we can have an option to instead replace them with Brads. I know that maybe throughout the season it doesn't really look good to have a Brad running across the Jurassic canon, but how awesome would it be to be able to control those Brads to go check on dinosaurs? Specifically in Jurassic World Evolution 2 that is. You're just building your own park on Mantah Corp Island. Let's say a Kentrosaurus is breaking out of its exhibit. You can go and send over a brad which will take care of it by smoking it out with the green smoke, making it fall asleep or something. I don't know. I just don't like the thought of them in Jurassic canon, taking a look at them visually, but being able to control them in a video game just sounds a lot better. So they could also introduce brads through the Mantah Corp DLC for Evolution 2. Not only that, but if they were to introduce this DLC a lot later down the line, because it's inevitable that the Jurassic World Dominion DLC is the next one, but they could introduce any new species that we can see from Camp Cretaceous Season 5. As we know, potentially the crocodilian, the ancient crocodilian shall I say, Sarcosuchus was planned for Camp Cretaceous. Unfortunately, it has yet to appear. So if that does appear in Season 5, that's another species that they can add to the roster via this Mantah Corp DLC. But overall, taking a look at this Mantah Corp DLC, it will give time for the developers and the creators of Jurassic World Evolution 2 to be able to introduce the Smilodon correctly, to introduce an adult version of the Spinoceratops correctly, and also introduce any new creatures from Camp Cretaceous Season 5 that may or may not appear. This will also give us another chance to explore Mantah Corp further, learn about Mantah Corp as a company. Whether this is official to the movie canon is a completely different question, but through the Return to Jurassic Park DLC in Jurassic World Evolution 1, we got a new storyline focusing around Biosyn. It's the first time that Biosyn was ever mentioned regarding Jurassic. So who's to say they can't do something similar with Mantah Corp? Either way, I believe that they can tell a lot of story with the new company of Mantah Corp in Jurassic. And obviously the new additions through Season 5 and then the brads. Although they may not come across nicely throughout the season, they do come across quite intelligent as a use and a mechanic, shall I say, for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And obviously it will aid to the content of Evolution 2, adding a new storyline nonetheless will get loads of buyers, and I'm sure people, despite hating Camp Cretaceous Season 4, will still be interested to see Frontier's unique take regarding Mantah Corp. I don't know, this is just a theory for now, and I really do hope Frontier take this into consideration, because I believe there's a lot of content to tell. A story-based DLC, a brand new island, 3 potentially new species, and even a new way and a new mechanic to take care of your dinosaurs via brads. Obviously, everything's optional, so you don't have to be forced to have the brads if you absolutely don't want to. Either way, I just think this will be a snazzy new DLC, and I hope you guys do agree with that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this DLC, what else could be added via this DLC, or what would you tweak about the DLC. Fingers crossed that Frontier do actually take this into consideration. It would be phenomenal, absolutely amazing. And it would kind of explain why we don't have the Spinoceratops and Smilodon being added in the Camp Cretaceous DLC as well. But for the time being, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're staying safe out there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.